The Tom and Doug Show.
Is it Christmas time already?
Christmas time is here again. It ain't been round since you know when. And here we are.
Here we are. It's snowing.
It's snowing, and we're happy to see you. We're wishing you wonderful tidings of great joy here in this time of the year.
Yes. Now, are you one of those people who thinks it's important to not really use the word Christmas because it's not only Christmas time? I mean, it's a time for celebration.
No, Christmas is a mercantile holiday. It's okay to use the word Christmas because Christmas means what it means.
It's a commodified thing.
Yeah,
now.
it's a commodified thing.
Now, we've talked on this show about what would make you really excited about Christmas and how you would be, looking forward to it. But I also know there's a darker side that has come out in many ways over the years. I mean, we've had a Christmas concert annually since 1988. And every now and then, we try to write new songs each year. Every now and then, you pull out a song like Christmas in the Line of Fire.
Well, yeah, Christmas in the Line of Fire was just a nice poetry. I think of that as poetry.
And yet, it does not reference this joy of Christmas. It references a sense of dread.
It's a stress song. It's about
stress.
Yeah, it's about stress. Yeah.
And so, are you saying that for many people, yourself included, that Christmas is kind of a stressful time?
Yeah, the holidays can be a really stressful time for people. We put ourselves in such schedules because we think that we have to keep up these schedules.
So rather than the holidays being a time to kind of step back and relax, it's add more, pack your relaxing in on top of everything else.
Yeah, the idea was your whole life is very frenzied all the time, and then Christmas time they kick it up a little bit, so it's even a little more frenzied.
Well, here it is, Christmas in the Line of Fire.
There's a place where I remember what a place was in my heart. It's a time for explanation. It's a start, it's a start.
There's a reason to go shopping. There's a reason to cut my hair. There's a season in my county. Almost there, almost there.
There's a reason to be angry. There's a reason to be sad. There's a feeling in my heart somewhere. Understand, don't understand.
There's a child on the commercial. There's a place for all our dreams. There's a time to be with ones we know. So it seems, so it seems.
There's a family at my doorway, wishing to explain the truth. There's a grinning mob on Channel 6. How do you do? How do you do?
There's a man from Cablevision. He's come to cut my cable wire. He says I owe them all $300 and I'm in the line of fire.
Christmas in the line of fire.
The laws of probability and chance indicate that if an infinite number of monkeys are given typewriters and allowed to peck away for an infinite time, they will eventually produce all the world's great literature. But in the process, we find monkeys, like humans, also turn out quite a bit of absolute junk.
Welcome back. We're having a ho and a ho and a ho on this week on
Do
the
they
Tom
still
and Doug
make
Show.
ho-hos?
They do, I think.
Ending
When I went to France, they had ho-hos were ripped off from this really important French delicacy.
Duck l'orange?
Yeah, there's something called. There's something like that that you would pay like $20 for or whatever it was, and they would bring it out to you under this thing, and I said, "That's a ho-ho," and that's sort of what it was.
So, my father tells a story that there was one time when I was like, 5 years old, and my parents used to. There was a time when they were really into gourmet food. Right?
Really?
Yeah. My mother became a gourmet cook. They would go to fancy restaurants and really, try to experiment with, really rich and interesting foods. They got a reservation to go to some fancy restaurant. I forget whether it was in Buffalo or Toronto, somewhere there. That there's a really famous, Steak Diane or something was the big famous thing.
I met Diane once.
Yeah. Well, you have her steak?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. So they took me, even though I was 5, and I guess they couldn't get a sitter.
No sitter, yeah. That's what I was thinking here.
And, of course, I didn't want that. I just wanted
They give you some
who
burgers.
knows, a burger, mac and cheese or something, But there's this whole build-up. Like, we're going to this place. We're going to get this, this Steak Diane everyone's talking about. And they bring it out, and I say in my 5-year-old voice that pierces across the whole restaurant, "That smells just like hot dogs." and my parents went, "Yeah, it does." And that totally ruined the experience for everyone in the restaurant.
Aw.
Now, do you have a favorite food at Christmas time?
Well, yeah, there are
Pierogies?
pierogies.
Mm-hmm.
This you have to pronounce it right, and I always cause trouble because I put ketchup on them. And,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, my family
Even
hated it.
in my
I
house,
try
that
not to
would be
do
a
it.
no-no.
I try not to do it anymore, but I used to I still love, if no one was looking, I would put ketchup on it because they taste great with a little ketchup on them.
I guess because they're basically French fry
Well,
wrapped
they're a
in
nice, like a dumpling kind of thing. And
they're a French fry wrapped in in a noodle.
you could say that, but they're
And so the noodle, you have tomato sauce. The French fry, you have ketchup.
it tastes great. So, but anyway, I always get yelled at for doing it, so I basically don't do it anymore. But yeah, we have that. We have the ham. My mother always makes ham, and we have the special three kinds of dessert and things like that. Yeah.
So you should email tom@tomanddug.com and tell us, what's your favorite Christmas memory? What's your favorite, Christmas food? And if we like your answer, we'll point at it and laugh.
And the answers that we like are the ones that we get, basically.
So, all right, do you have a favorite song?
Well, there's a lot of Christmas songs.
Do you have a favorite?
I
have
can't
a
think of one,
favorite.
no,
Oh,
no.
well, I have a favorite.
What's your favorite Christmas
My favorite Christmas song is "Oh Holy Night."
Really?
Always has been. And so that's one of the things that I've loved about the Santa P and the Elves experience, is that song is always on the playlist.
song? Yeah, we always do that song. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and a soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees and hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing heart by his cradle we stand. And led by light of stars so sweetly gleaming, here come the wise men from Orient land. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morning. Fall Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine. Hi, everybody. That is our Christmas song. That was a redo of the song that we did last year for the Lambertville Historical Society.
Cute video of that with me flying through the
Yeah,
air.
Doug flies through the air in that one. And you can see my piano that I grew up with there.
Really?
Yeah.
I was wondering what that piano was.
Yeah, I hauled it out into the middle and took its picture.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So, all right, you said you don't have a favorite Christmas song. What are some of your favorite Christmas songs?
I like the weird Christmas songs. I like the Billy Squier had a Christmas song long time ago. Christmas is a time to say I love you.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
That was kind of a nice one. I like that one.
You.
I like the ones that people don't like a lot. You know.
Okay, so that
The
means
Paul
you
McCartney
like
one is
the
kinda
Paul
nice.
McCartney one, because
People
that
don't like
one, I
that one
don't like
either.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
How about The Waitresses?
That's just dumb. It's not even a Christmas song. It's a New Year's song. So yeah, it's that one's kind of dumb.
Now, you said you like the ones that people don't like, but this one you agree is dumb.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. Well, you know what the dumbest one is? That George Harrison Ding Dong New Year's song. That's pretty bad. That I don't like.
So, there are a lot of bad Christmas songs.
Yeah, there are.
So, do we have a blues Christmas song?
I think we do.
Well, Boris, find
Find
one
one.
in the archives.
Don't you tell no lies to Santa, 'cause you don't make that list. I won't want a surprise on Christmas, 'cause you won't like what you've missed. You better leave that midnight sneak and do the one who worked it out. I don't want to talk about Rudolph speaking when Frosty's trying to shout. Santa's gonna work it out, alright, if you act like you've been told. So don't try to lay no boogie woogie on the king of rock and roll. My back gets cold when the snow is falling from the trees with a little shake. Don't misread my Christmas cards, because you can't afford to make a mistake. The mistletoe hanging where you're not looking, there's something you're dreaming about. Santa can tell that you're just guessing when you look like you've got a doubt. Well, don't be too surprised when you look in your stocking and you see just a lump of coal. So don't try to lay no boogie woogie on the king of rock and roll. You'll never know when it's starting to snow, so don't read the weather to me. You know the scene with the evergreen when it's only 11 degrees. You got what it takes to keep the Yuletide burning, it continues throughout the day. You come across like a fool who's grinning in the back of Santa's sleigh. You can't walk winter wonderland if you don't have any soul. So don't try to lay no boogie woogie on the king of rock and roll.
I'm not sure I agree with his choice there.
Yeah, that's all right.
You know, that's what we get when we let him do it. And because he tanked up on the eggnog early on.
Well, we hope you're having a nice time over here,
Didn't
people.
leave any for me. So, what's your favorite Christmas concert memory? It's our favorite performance out of all of the years of Santa and the Elves, and we've got lots and lots of those.
Yeah,
years.
there's a lot. There's just too many to remember. I dug the one where Joe Bezek hit the saxophone so loud that it destroyed a expensive piece of artwork. That was kind of fun. We were playing in a store, and he blew that sax so loud that a woman was watching it, and she said, "I watched it. It jumped right off the top shelf and smashed itself on the floor when he hit that note."
So that suggests to me, coming back to this original theme of our show, in those early years of the Santa and the Elves concert, you would go hang around town flyers that said, "Save yourself from suicide. Come to our concert."
Yeah, I had a lot of gumption in those days. I wouldn't do that now.
But see, even back then, you said, Christmas is not just this happy festive occasion for some
Yeah.
people. People, you'll have a tough feeling about it.
Well, that's why people like our concerts. I think that's why the few people who do like our concerts like our concerts. Because there's sort of like a little edge to it,
We don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah,
we
we don't
say,
sugarcoat it.
yeah, Christmas is great,
Yeah.
and it sucks.
Which brings, I guess, to this year's song, isn't
this
it?
year's new song.
You're setting it up.
I
see
have
it.
been.
You've been thinking about it.
Yeah, see, I read the script.
He read.
So, what do you want to say about this new song? It's a happy,
the
jolly
way I
Christmas
sold it to
song.
the other people in the band, the song is called "We're Doomed, We're Doomed, We're Doomed, We're Doomed." It's a Christmas song.
There we go. There's
Yeah.
what
And
could be a happier,
Yeah, and
jolly,
we're trying to say
festive
that the doom is illusory and the Christmas joy is
is
real.
perpetual.
Yeah, that's sort of what we're trying to say through the song. I don't know whether anybody bought that, but that's what I was telling people when we were recording it.
Huh.
Yeah.
And how much of a fight did they put up?
I make it a point that only people who really want to be in the Elves can be in the Elves.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't put any fight. I was just in fact, this year I was very coy and I just kind of, if you want to be on the song this year, if you want to be in the band, why don't you let me know? And then I got this like thunderous response from people. Yeah, I want to. What time? I'll break whatever I'm doing. I'll be there. And so it was kind of like that.
Oh.
Yes, I got a lot of positive response.
So who all is in the band this year?
Well, unfortunately, Doug is in the band this year.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and of course,
I'm
Joe
always
Bezek,
in the band.
Joe
What do you-
Bezek, of
and
course.
Joe's always in the
Yeah,
band.
and we have our wonderful singers. Well, Mary Michaels, of course, has a nice lead part, a little meaty little lead part this year. And
She's
then
got such a beautiful voice.
yeah, we have Sean and Sam Tucker, who are in the band, and they like being part of it. And then we also have our little trio of, I guess it's 4 people. It's 4-person trio. We have Debbie and Shelley and Jennifer, and we have a new person, Lori Papel, wanted to be part of it this
Oh,
year.
nice. So should we speak a little more about the song? Because I know you claimed you wanted to say something about Beatles Rock Band and this song.
What?
You claimed to me that, oh, Doug, you got to play drums because then we can talk about it on a radio show.
Oh, okay. Well, the idea here is that Doug told me that he can play drums because he said that he learned how to play drums by playing Beatles Rock Band.
It's true.
Yeah, so that's sort of, I'm like, oh, that's just a weird thing to say. We got to say that on the air.
And then he wanted to see if it was true.
So,
And is it true? Could I play drums?
You played it as well as they're going to hear it.
And about as well as I can.
No, it's
which
good.
isn't all that good.
No,
but,
it's
you know,
fine. It's great. You're going to hear it. You're going to love it, everybody. Here it is, everybody.
We're doomed.
We're doomed.
We're doomed. We're doomed.
Okay.
The ornaments have all been hung. The Christmas tree glows with Christmas cheer. And every child, old and young, is feeling the same thing this year.
I saw
Santa, he was drinking a beer. I saw Rudolph, he was shaking in fear. Frosty was mumbling about something absurd. They all were worried about something they heard. They think the world's running out of room, and we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed. Runners all rusted on Santa's sleigh. Christmas trees treated with noxious spray. Oceans rising as snowballs melt. Everyone's catching up to how Scrooge felt. We're like a whale on a big harpoon. We're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed. Christmas time with the best consumers. The news is filled with celebrity rumors. The rich guys lining up to buy salvation. Nothing's illegal with the right donation. You might not sing it, but you know the tune. We're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed. Tore Santa's house down to build a prison. Some said he's in there, but I say he isn't. The chestnuts roast on an open fire. They burn through the money, now you can't retire. It's like we're spending Christmas on the moon. We're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed. I'd like to send you some Christmas cheer, but Santa's stuck in the last frontier. I saw him wearing a great big cast. He swears this Christmas will be his last. I'm really hoping that he gets here soon. We're doomed, 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 oh, we're doomed, we're doomed, oh, we're doomed, 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 we're doomed.
And that's the song for this year.
Always, it's just trying to always pack one more thing in
Christmas, because that's what the stress of Christmas is all about.
Yeah.
Just trying to get one more little thing in there so that you can cross it off your list.
And then you can feel like no one appreciated you.
Like you're ready for next year. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
And that's what we want you to feel like. We want you to feel like you're ready for next year because you heard this show and that you're ready to take on more than you can handle for a whole other year.
Now, we appreciate you for it. I mean, a lot of the time, you don't get the appreciation you deserve. On this show, you get appreciation you don't deserve.
We should mention that song is available on, we'll have a link on the website. It's for the Lambertville Historical Society CD. They put together a wonderful little Christmas CD every year.
Will we put it up on iTunes?
Yeah, why not? What the heck?
All right. And it'll be out on iTunes.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
And you can, of course, listen to the show again at www.tomanddoug.com. You can go like us or even lick us at facebook.com/TomandDoug.
Yes.
Keep in contact with us. Think of it as by going and liking us on Facebook, that's you're sending us a Christmas card.
Yes, thank you.
And you have to do it once. And then you can forget about it every other year.
Right.
But you're still welcome to feel guilty because that's part of the Christmas experience too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
my pleasure to listen to that fun show. It was really unique. First time I heard it, I couldn't believe it. But it's a lot of fun and a lot of truth. You really enjoyed what you were doing, and can't beat that. I like it because it's very unusual and delightful, full of fun, a lot of truth. I really enjoyed that program.